Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mom 11 Baking. And I am going to make a triple chocolate, no bake triple chocolate mousse cake. I got this recipe from homecookingadventure.com. I've been doing this recipe for a while now, and I wanted to make one because my husband wanted to invite someone over. So I'm just going to give you guys all the ingredients and also the procedure later on. And I hope you will like this. As for your ingredients, you would need your dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. You also need Oreos. I usually use like 20 pieces, but I have a small Oreos at home, so I just put it out there. Then 3 packs of unflavored gelatin and also 5 tablespoons of melted butter. And then so what I did was I just crushed this Oreo cookies in a processor. If you don't have a processor, just put it in the bag and then heat it up, hit it, crush it with anything that you have, a hammer or anything. But make sure you don't break anything. And then once that's done, you add your butter to it because the butter will help form your crust, and it will make it a little bit hard to later on. So yeah, I just put all the crushed Oreos in there. I flattened it. I usually put this in the fridge so it will be harder, like the crust will be harder. But I just went ahead and wait for the chocolate. So for the chocolate, I used like 1.5 cup of chocolate and then 1 cup of heavy whipped cream. And then you melt this. I usually just do microwave because it's easier. You put it for 30 seconds and then another 30 seconds if it's not melted yet. So for the gelatin, 1 pack of gelatin, 2 tablespoons of water, and then you dilute it in that water and then heat it up in the microwave for probably 15 seconds. And then once your chocolate is melted, mix that gelatin and that chocolate, and then now you're ready to make your whipped cream. So you just whip this heavy whipped cream until it's stiff peak, and then when it's stiff peak, you can turn it upside down and your whipped cream is not going to fall. So once that's done, you just mix your chocolate in it, and then mix it again with your hand mixer. I usually just do a hand mixer. Some people, they do have a mixer, but that's a little bit expensive. It's extravagant for me, so I just use my hand mixer. And this is easy to bring to wherever you are, wherever you want to go. So I just use my hand mixer. So just mix it all, and then make sure that you scrape the sides and make sure that you don't have those white spots still. And then just make sure that it's all mixed, and then you put it in your springform pan. I actually use 2 springform pan, the 8-inch and then the 6-inch, because I wanted to bring some to work. So but you can just use like a 9-inch springform pan. And then there you go. I tried to make it as even as possible, but I think the dark chocolate layer that I have in here is not that thick. But there you go. And then you tap it so at least it will be flattened a little bit. I put it in the freezer so at least it will get hard, while I'm doing the other layer. And then I am going to start with the milk chocolate. So you have the dark chocolate and then the milk chocolate. It's the same process, same measurements. And then usually for melting the chocolate, they have what they call the hot bath, where you boil water and then you put your chocolate and your whipped cream on top of that, and then you just wait for it until you mix it. But that's taking too long, so I just went ahead and used the microwave. But when you microwave your chocolate, don't put it for a whole 1 minute. Put it for 30 seconds first and then see if it's already melted. If it's not melted yet, put it back again for another 30 seconds. Actually, 1 whole minute, your chocolate will be melted. And then you just go ahead and mix it, whip the whipped cream again, and then there you go. you have your second layer. And then for the third layer, of course, you have your white chocolate. So, and the good thing about this is it's easy to make. The only thing though is I have to wash my mixer a lot of times, like 2 times, because I have to do it over and over again. So there you go. And then I'm almost done with my third layer. Now I'm adding my milk chocolate. And then once that's done, you can just put it in your springform pan. That actually rhymes. So you put it in your springform pan, and then you put it in the fridge. They said you keep it in the fridge for at least 4 hours. I think online. That's what it says. But what I do is, since I made this like early morning, we ate it like around in the afternoon when my kids came from school. And then, or sometimes I make this at night, and then the next day I am going to eat it. So there you go. Once it's hard, you can remove it from the springform pan. You just scrape it from the springform pan, and then there you go. That's how it looks. If you want it to look a little bit better, then you can just go ahead and scrape the ones on the side. But I used the decoration that I saw online. I am going to share with you the link for that website. And then I just put like the cocoa powder on top. Actually, the cocoa powder itself is bitter. So, but the thing is, since you have 3 kinds of chocolate in there, it will actually even out or blend the flavor to where it's not too sweet, but it's not bitter either. So there you go. And then I just put some strawberries in it for decoration. And of course, I did it too with the small one, with a cutesy one. And there you go. And I brought it at work, and then they didn't even thought that I was the one who made it. And it actually makes me happy. And they actually love it. They love it so much. And then my mom loves it because she said it's not too sweet. But if you eat too much of that, of course, you probably will not want to eat a lot. I hope you like this one, the triple chocolate mousse cake.